Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another first Descendant video. So time to have a look at Harris. Harris got some buffs with the latest patch. Basically, they have increased the duration, they have increased the damage of her skills, and they have a max damage increase based on the HP. So let's have a quick look at the changes, then you can have a look at the build. I'll give you the numbers that you have to work with because Harris is fairly easy to use. But behind the scenes, there are a lot of numbers going on with the defense increase, the HP values, the shield charge calculations, the steel vanguard calculations, and things like that. She also gets a lot of perks from her custom resource and the ranges. So I'll try and keep it as simple as possible. So first up, the duration has been increased from 8 seconds to 14 seconds. For the crushing charge, the damage has been increased for the third strike. So previously the skill power was 3,927.4. Now it is 4,555. The range of the damage has also been increased. It used to be 2.2 by 2.2 meters. It is now 2.8 by 2.8. So those are the main changes. That 126% max damage increase, that is based on the HP. So the number you're looking for is 28,000, or at least as close to 28,000 as you can get. So that is 28. That is your first target, 28,000 HP for Harris. This applies to all her skills. Okay, so that is the change here for Harris. Now this is the build. You can follow this build and try to use Harris very easily. I'll explain the numbers, but I'll just give you the calculations behind the scenes so that it doesn't become too overwhelming. So with Harris, you want to stack defense. You want to increase her HP, her shields. And of course, toxic power would be handy, space skill power, all of that. You don't have to worry too much about the cooldown and a few other things, because when you are using your clash skills and building up custom resource, you get various perks. So this is the first thing over here. So on the right, you have the condition, the best condition. This is for the range of the custom resource. So if your custom resource is below 30%, you get a cooldown decrease, you get a duration increase. When your custom resource is between 30 and 70%, you get HP increase, you get defense increase and damage reduction. When your custom resource is 70% or higher, you get melee weapon attack increase of 30%, skill power increase of 30%. So if you look at the numbers here, let me show you. So 153,000 defense, 27,795 HP. The duration here is 14 seconds. And if you look at the cooldown, over here, 75% cooldown. Melee weapon attack is 1,054,000. And over here, if you look at the skill power, so this is the skill power that increases, not the base skill power, this power. So basically when you cycle through the various stages of her skills, the first range is in a sort of white color. Now it is in the yellow color. Now it is in the orange color. Okay. And you cycle through these skills. Skills 1 and 2 are available from the start. For skills 3 and 4, you need the custom resource. Okay. So you can see now only skills 1 and 2 are available. So when you use your skill, the clash skill, the first 2 skills, you get the custom resource. So in this range, your cooldown will go down. Okay. So 90% cooldown. And if you look at the range, it is now 18.2%. Similarly, when you go in the second range, your defense is now 181. It was 153 previously. This has gone up to 30,000. This was 27,795. And then when you go in the top range, it becomes orange. Now it is over 70%. The melee weapon attack has increased. And then skill power has increased. This was 24,000 something. So this is 31,623. So that is basically how you use Harris. Just use your skills, build up your custom resource, use your custom resource with skills 3 and 4. And yeah, basically that is how easy it is to use Harris. Now, another thing with the skill 4, the cutting laser, it also gives you more defense. So if you go down here to the defense plus section, you get 50% increase when you use the cutting laser. And depending on the number of enemies hit, you get 15% per enemy hit, meaning a maximum of 10 enemies. So if you hit 10 enemies, you get 200% defense increase. So this number is 181. we have more than 10 enemies here. We go in this final zone. Let's bunch them up together a little bit. You also get the towing ability with your first skill. Now we use the cutting laser, 243, because we got that extra 200% power as well. And not only that, your Steel Vanguard, Shield Charge, these are also giving you extra damage. Even Inversion Reinforcement, when you are getting hit by enemies, you are getting more shield and defense. So there's just a lot going on. So to simplify, I've just had this build ready. This works and gives you the most in all of the different things. I'll now give you the numbers. So remember that 126% max damage increase, that is 28,000 HP. Shield charge, you need defense here, 193,548 or 194,000, just to round it and make it simple to remember. So what this does is this gives you base skill power increase. So this number goes up. So this will work when you hit an enemy. So let's go and hit a Vulgus so that we get the shield charge. And notice this has gone base skill power boost ratio. Okay. For that, we are using the spear and shield to increase the defense further. But you're also getting the defense from cutting 10 enemies with the laser, from having your custom resource in the middle zone, so you can do a lot of damage from various things. Okay, so that is the shield charge, 194,000. For the Steel Vanguard, if you have a 1.5 on your roll here, this will be max HP plus shield, and the total number you're looking for is 40,000. Now 40,000 is a bit difficult. Shield especially is harder to increase. So try to get as much as you can. So I have, for example, 28,000 or something, 28,000 and 4,000, so around 32,000. This goes up to 30,000, so 34,000. Maybe you can roll more HP on your Ancestors module and things like that. So yeah, so 40,000 here, HP plus shield, 194,000 defense over here. Those are the two things, and 28,000 HP. So those are your targets. So we have power increase, toxic amplification, stim accelerant, and increased HP to increase your shield. Stim accelerant because she doesn't use MP. So this is the best one. Expansion, one is enough because we have 200% max expandable range. We are actually overcapped from the Arche tuning. Then we have spear and shield. We have MP conversion, nimble fingers, shield charge, and for the Ancestors module. So you want to increase defense, you want to increase shield, you can go with the tech power boost ratio, you can go with fusion power boost ratio, you can go with more HP over here. So yeah, so these are the things you want: defense, shield, and one of the powers, tech power would be useful, fusion power would be useful. So skills 1 and 2 are tech type, skills 3 and 4 are fusion type. So with the fusion, if you get more fusion power, you'll be putting more power into the laser, the cutting laser. And if you put more tech, you'll be doing more with the thing. You can also get more skill power by holding the secret garden when you're using the tech power. So yeah, so there's so much happening here with the different perks that you are getting with Harris. So yeah, so defense, shield, tech power, fusion power, those are useful. The crit rate, crit damage, those can be the negative ones that you can use, the harmless negative as they say, and you can build up Harris like this. She doesn't use MP, so roll HP and shield values instead. So we have HP and module drop rate. We have shield recovery out of combat and HP recovery modifier. Over here we have defense and shield recovery in combat. We have max shield and shield recovery over here. Now for the reactor, this is interesting. You can either go with a toxic fusion reactor like this, or you can also go with a toxic tech reactor, because 2 of our skills are tech based and 2 of our skills are fusion based. Now what you can do is, if you look at the expected damage, so look at the cutting laser, look at the expected damage, 12,848. Okay, now let me just go with the toxic and tech reactor. Okay, so now notice the same one here, 998,597. So that expected damage has gone down because we are using a tech reactor. So we are not getting the fusion power, but this will go up. So if you look here at the third strike, 7,625,000. Okay. Now if we go back to the fusion reactor, that first skill, third strike, will go down, is 5,934. However, this cutting laser has gone back up to 12 million. So yeah, so whichever you prefer. If you want more damage with your first 2 skills, go with the tech reactor. If you want more power with your third and fourth skills, go with the Fusion Reactor. For the Arche tuning, we have a simple setup here. We take the skill power, we take the enhanced skill power, we take the skill power in the middle. We are capped at range. We have too much range, but I do want to get the enhanced skill power, so we are going this way. We are taking all the enhanced skill power modifiers. We're taking the cooldown. We're taking the enhanced skill power, and we are taking Toxin Chain Catalyst. Now, for the Toxin Chain Catalyst, you want 160% on your build here to get the full 20% reduction. So I have 137, which is good enough. So yeah, you can see the calculation here. 20% to get the max reduction, you need 160%. For the remaining nodes, we take a little bit more HP, a couple more sheets, just to round things out. For the Inversion Reinforcement, I'm taking some cooldown here. We get the cooldown by cycling through the first stage of the custom resource, but in case you are sort of in the second and third range, you can get some more cooldown from here. I'm taking the selective cellular stimulation, so you get some HP every now and then, and I'm taking the shield particle reconfiguration. So when you're getting hit by an enemy, you get defense of 42.8% increase, and you get max shield increase. So that will also buff you with the Steel Vanguard and the other things. Weapons, you can use the Secret Garden. So whenever you use your tech skills, you'll get pest control, which will again increase your skill power. So your skill power, this number will also go up with your Secret Garden in hand. If you're using the Shadow, you can get more power when you go into the third stage of the custom resource, 30% power here. For the Fellow, you basically don't need any of the perks that the Fellows give. You only need the Fellows for the junk and picking up the loot. But you can go with the Vesper's Hunting Dog if you are running the Shadow, so that you keep getting the ammo for the sword. And yeah, that is it for Harris. A lot of numbers behind the scene, but overall very easy to use. Just, attack, attack, attack. That is basically it. Use your third skill. This gives you a ring that will do continuous toxic damage. Use your cutting laser to do even more damage. Cutting laser will be very handy against the tyrants in like the Legion Lab or in the onslaught mode. And then, of course, the clash skill will destroy all the enemies, and it will also bunch them together, tow them. So yeah, just bully them with your brawling melee style of combat. So yeah, a lot of people like her, and she is quite fun with a different play style. So that is it for Harris. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll leave you with the footage of the first creator as well as the Legion Lab. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Breach creature response confirmed. Approaching location. Eat this! Attack! Attack! Do or die. Eat this! Take that! Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. Vulgus special assault ship identified. Descendant, Vulgus comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed. Vulgus special assault ship identified. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. This is for the construction corps. Descendant, requesting takedown of enemy assault ship. I'm no rock. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. Shields down. This is gonna hurt. It's do or die. All right. Breach follower squad approaching in encircling formation. Respond immediately.
Ready? Take that!
Focus special assault ship spotted.
It's do or die. I'll blow it up!
Descendant, primary tactical objective confirmed in Operation Zone. Please take it out.
Alright, let's blast it to pieces. Attack! Attack! Energy released! Attack! Attack! Eat this! This is for the construction or die. Eat this! I'll blow it up! Attack! Attack! Eat this! Do or die. Hurt that! Alright, take blast it to pieces. Ready? Eat this! Energy released! Attack! Attack! This is for the construction war. Eat this! Attack! Attack! Target in sight! Alert! Construction war moving out. It's do or die. It's do or die. Let's fight to the death.